morning, friends. I want to extend a warm welcome to you today. Everyone is welcome here. You are welcome here regardless of your age, your race, or the gender with which you identify. You are welcome here regardless of your income, your educational level, your religion, or your position in society. You are welcome here regardless of who you love or who you vote for. You are welcome here regardless of the regrets that burden you or the mistakes you have made. In this beloved community, we support each other in the sacred task of becoming, celebrate the transcending mystery of life, and rely on the transforming power of love. It is our work to walk with each other along the spiritual pathways that lead towards happiness, compassion, and life fully lived. Here we stand on the side of love in all things. In this place, we create the structures that lift up the downtrodden, set the captives free, and heal the brokenhearted. Here we have learned that to be fully human is to be fully divine, and that with a little help from our friends, we can tell our own unique stories. And now, to get us in the mood for our worship service, let's take a moment just to take a deep breath and close your eyes if you like. You don't have to close your eyes if you don't want, but just breathe deeply for a few moments and welcome this worship. Amen.
Morning, everyone. Again, happy Pride. Today is our annual Pride service. We'll be discussing a little bit of our history and meaning of our flag, but most of all, I want you all to be happy with who you are, be proud with who you are, and be joyful. Sometimes our best resistance when we can do nothing else is just be joyful. I guess we'll go right to our announcements. Oh, I'm sorry. Before our announcements, I have a big thank you to give to a lot of people. Yesterday, we had a booth at Pride Fest, and it was a wonderful success. I want to thank Catherine. Catherine did a wonderful job with face painting. Bridget, Charles helped with setup. Gloria did a wonderful job with face painting. Jaron did some wonderful face painting for us. Harvey helped with setup and was there to entertain and talk and all the things that Harvey does so well. And I'm sure I probably missed someone. I don't know what. Oh, the Gilpins, of course, the Gilpins, who were a big help all the way through. I just didn't see their faces, so it didn't come to me. And if I didn't mention Charles, Charles was a huge help too. It was successful. I mean, very successful, and it could not have happened without the help of everyone that helped with either donation or being there to volunteer. Next is our announcements, which are on the bottom of the bulletin here. Does anyone have anything in addition to those announcements? So yeah, you got to live your life. Do what you want to do. Next, we have our chalice lighting. Come on up.
We light this chalice in celebration of the people that make the rainbow.
Thank you, Oliver. That was great. Now for our affirmation, which will appear on the screen. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Now it's time for our joys and concerns. We ask that first our young people go. If they have anything to share with us, come on up, Rosie.
And I would encourage all of you to take a flag and march around and dance and do whatever you want to do to enjoy this moment and just be celebratory. And little Rosie's handing out flags.
All right. Our gay symbols have changed over the past years. If we want to go back, we go back to World War II, where the gay prisoners in the concentration camps had to wear a pink triangle. For some reason, as time went on, we embraced this pink triangle as our pride symbol. In the mid-1970s, a couple people got together. It was Cleve Jones, Harvey Milk, Gilbert Baker, to discuss that maybe we need something a little more positive. And so that is where our current pride flag comes from. That is its roots. I'm going to have to take off my glasses to read this quote I have from Baker's memoirs. They're called Rainbow Warrior. This was his inspiration for creating the rainbow flag. He wanted to look into our community and see what he could draw from the community to make our flag. And he chose a flag because this was right after the bicentennial, 1976, when the American flag had such power, and he realized what a symbol a flag is, what it brings out in people, what people see when they see a flag that symbolizes them. So he wrote this in his memoirs. The crowd was as much of the show as the band. Everyone was there. North Beach beatniks and Barrio Zoots, the bored bikers in their black, teenagers in the back row kissing. There were long-haired, lithe girls in belly dance get-ups, pink-haired punks, safety pinned together, suburbanite hippies, movie stars, so beautiful that they left you dumbstruck, muscle gay boys with perfect mustaches, butch dykes in blue jeans, and fairies of all genders in their thrift store dresses. We were all a swirl of color and light. It was like a rainbow. A rainbow. That's the moment that I knew exactly what kind of flag I would make. So the original flag had 8 stripes, 8 colors. The first one was hot pink, which was to represent gender, since we are people of many genders, gender identities. Then red, which was life and love. We, kind of like our principles, we have things that we need to stand for, and we need to stand for love. We need to stand on the side of love. We need to love each other and love our community. And then, of course, orange, healing, If any community needs healing, we needed healing. We have the highest suicide rate, highest rate of drug and alcohol dependence, as well as PTSD. But we are a healing community. We've recognized what needs to heal, and that's a good place to start. And with support of each other, we can do that. And then yellow represents sunshine, but also means warmth, feeling warmth toward others, toward our community, toward each other. And then, of course, green, which represents nature. We have to be kind to our planet, because if we don't have our planet, if we're free on a dead planet, what's it going to do for us? And we do have to take care of what we have. Then they had turquoise, which represented magic and art, which we were very well known for, but not everyone. And then indigo, which is serenity and peace. And then violet, which is spirit, which is our inner strength, the strength to carry on in the face of adversity. Shortly before Harvey Milk's death, the pink was dropped only because in mass production, I thought originally it was dropped because of that darn pink triangle. No, it had to do with cost. Producing hot pink was more expensive on the fabric, so it was easily dropped. Then the turquoise was dropped shortly after his death, because when the flags hung vertically on Market Street in San Francisco, their light posts were turquoise, so it kind of offset and it wasn't really seen, so they just removed it. So we ended up with our 6 colors, and that's been our color for a long time. It's what we stand for. And I know with the marketing of the rainbow, some of us have been a little upset because there are people marketing our rainbow who do not stand for the same things we do. For an example, Walmart has a pride collection. Walmart does not stand for what we do. Some other businesses have, just use it for marketing. They don't stand for what we stand for. Unfortunately, sometimes we don't stand what we stand for as a community, which made it necessary to add this triangle with the black, the brown, the light blue, the pink, and the white. We had a marginalized groups within our community that were in trouble. I mean, we had to do something. Yes, our 6 principles that we had should cover everything. We should be loving toward that part of the community. We should be out there and have their back. But the transgender, and especially trans people of color, queer people of color, have a higher murder rate. Trans women of color, especially, in their community, huge. And so we had to add those principles to our flag to say, hey, we've got you. We need to pay more attention. We need to protect this particular group of people, although we should have been there all the time with the 6 principles we had. But we had to add those, and hopefully that will help. We are now adding another, which I do have that flag, and we'll be putting it up at another service, which includes the intersex people, which is another marginalized people who have been mutilated and abused for years by the medical profession, and of course are totally misunderstood, totally not understood. I had to do a lot of research to find out why they were being added to our flag, and we'll talk about. They have a day, and we'll be talking about that on that day. But most of all, I think our greatest principle, our greatest hope, is that we all recognize, whether we be gay, straight, trans, whatever community or tribe you're from, just be proud of who you are, enjoy who you are, but remember to enjoy and be proud of everyone else too. That's all I have for today. Once again, thank everyone who helped me out helped us out. It was a Buff project, and Buff did well yesterday, and I salute you all for the great work that you did. Give them all a round of applause, everyone who helped us out. Chalice for us.
Just because we distinguish this chalice does not mean the celebration cannot go on.
Thank you, Oliver.